So, the menstrual cycle and how it impacts everything health, fitness, lifestyle. So, if you have menstrual cycles still, you know how much of an impact it probably has on your life and how your mood changes. Sometimes you're a bit hungrier, you talk about cravings, we talk about chocolate and things like that. But how does it actually really impact your goals when it comes to all things health and fitness? So I'm going to talk to you today about how you can work out and work around your menstrual cycle. And it's also a lot about acceptance and knowing that your menstrual cycles come in, why you may be feeling a certain way, why you might be lacking energy or why you have more energy, why your cravings are up, why you feel a certain way, sleep, everything like that. So, the menstrual cycle, we'll talk about the different stages and how it's going to affect your fitness. So the first things first, most important thing is, are you tracking your menstrual cycle? The majority of us do not track, so it's really important to track to see where we're at. You can do this on a calendar. Usually menstrual cycles are 28 days. The first day is the first day you start your period, and then the last day is the last day before you finish your period. So you should be 28 days, 4 weeks exactly from the first day to last. This does vary a little bit, a few days either way, but it gives you a rough guidance. You can also use apps. I use one called Flow. There are different apps out there that do track your periods, or you can do it on your fitness watch as well. Really important to know where you're at so that when something does come up, you're like, oh my God, I'm starving, I don't know why. Oh, I'm due on. Ta-da! That's why. Or where you're having Superwoman week, or where you feel a bit lack of energy. But let me tell you a bit more about the stages in a minute. So menstruation, we all know what that is. So that happens, it's about 4 or 5 days. That's the start of your period. That's where the blood's released and everything, and then it's like a fresh start again. So in these stages, you're going to feel a bit more lethargic. Really important to eat your nutrient-dense foods. Take care of yourself and your body. You might be feeling a bit more tired. You might have cramps. Common misconception with cramps or common knowledge is that to exercise will help alleviate cramps. Why can't I speak? Alleviate the cramps. It'll make you feel a bit better, get those endorphins pumping, those happy hormones. They'll help you feel a bit better if you're up and about, moving around. If you do get really severe cramps, though, you do need to see a doctor. I've listened to a gynecology book and no one should be getting really severe cramps that do actually disrupt your working day or your day, and so you're stuck in bed. You should be able to get up, and if you've got big cramps, get to the gym, do some light exercise, it'll make you feel better. So after the menstruation period, you'll then start where your hormones start increasing, and this phase is where you come into your Superwoman week. So this is just before ovulation, and ovulation is on day 14. So day 1 is day 1 of menstruation, day 14 is ovulation. So when you stop bleeding, in between then and ovulation, you've got this superpower. Your hormones are going to start increasing. This is where your testosterone increases as well. So this is where we're going to tap into your personal best. This is why I get you to do the weekly check-in, and I get you to log. Tell me when your next period's due, so we can tap into pushing yourself in that week. Really good, you feel really strong, you feel amazing. Then you've got ovulation, and that's where it starts to dip down again. So your hormones go down again, they start dropping down. So you think about this is like a 2-week period, and then you drop down again, coming down after ovulation, and then about a week after that you will start to feel like PMS, start a bit lethargic, you feel tired, your legs feel like lead for no reason. Really important to keep stretching this, but the main thing, girls, is just be aware of it, being kind to ourselves and being like, right, so this is the reason why I feel like this. Your cravings do start to increase as well the week before you are due on, and a few days before you're due on, your temperature will increase slightly. That's why sometimes you can't sleep at night because you're too hot. So you need to be watching out for things like that just to make yourself feel a bit more comfortable. And as well, your basal metabolic rate, so the amount of calories you burn, will slightly increase just before you're during your period. It's about 100 calories a day, so don't be too hasty, be a bit hasty and jumping straight into that big bar of chocolate. It's only a little bit, but if you do really suffer with cravings just before your period, we can work this out in your bank balance of your calories. So why don't you, the weeks before, have less to save them for that week, so you know what's going to happen, you know when your cravings are coming. If you have any specific questions around periods, menstruation, any more information, just hit me up. I'm quite happy to talk about it. We should be open and honest and talking about it. I've done a lot of research on it. I think it's really important for you and all my girls to know about how their cycle affects their health and fitness, their mood, their sleep, and everything. So feel free to tap into any more information on that. But take away from this, start tracking and realise where you're at with your monthly cycle.